What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about Tesla. That dropped pretty badly while the rest of the stock market went up today. Tesla didn't quite deliver as many cars as analysts thought they would. So we'll get into the numbers a little bit here today and see what we should do about it or what we should think about it. Before we get into this, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just my input, and you guys should not follow exactly what I'm doing, but this is just my thoughts. Before we deep dive into Tesla, I do want to go over the indexes real fast. So we have the Dow Jones Industrial, so think kind of 30 biggest companies, like blue chip companies. So they're up 2.66% today. We have the S&P 500 is up 2.59% today. The NASDAQ is up 2.27 today. And the Russell is down 2.65 today. And then we have the VIX actually dropped 4.81. And just remember, the VIX is like a volatility index, fear and greed. So when that drops, typically the market does better, which we did see today. So as you guys can see here, we have before the market opened, it was down $10.72 a share, which is 4.21. It ended up being down 8.61%. And we'll get into the reason for that in a minute here. I do have a couple shares of Tesla. I bought it after the market kind of crashed. I bought it like March or April, somewhere around there. I am technically still up on the position, but that being said, I'm not telling you guys to buy Tesla, but I am a bull in the long term, meaning I think it'll go up in the long term. So as a long-term investor, I feel like Tesla, it does have some tough valuations. Like the PE ratio is 87.29, which we know is high. But we'll look at the 10Q at the very end of this too. But let's get into why it dropped here. Biggest reason I saw why Tesla dropped today, I know there was something about the robot came out, but that wasn't too exciting. But I think the main reason the stock dropped today was Tesla delivered 343,000 vehicles in the third quarter of 2022, which you might think that sounds good. However, analysts expected Tesla to report deliveries of 364,660 cars for the period ending September 30th. Last year for the same quarter, they delivered 241,000. So they still have basically 103,000 more cars delivered this quarter than they did same quarter last year. So you might be thinking, what's the big deal? They're supposed to deliver 364,000 cars. They delivered 343,000 cars this quarter. So it's still a 94.4% on delivery rate of what the analysts thought. So basically 95% still made it. I think the biggest problem is there's so much expectations of this company to grow. So if they miss a little bit, then people might think their revenues might not grow as fast. Therefore, just like that PE ratio is so high, so people might not think it's going to hit those revenue growth numbers we'll look at right here. So you can see we have the Yahoo Finance Tesla page pulled up here. So this one has 23 analysts. So you guys can see here, I'm on the Yahoo Finance page. I have the growth estimates pulled up here. This is for Tesla. You can see the current quarter says 69.40. So that's actually, this actual quarter hasn't been reported yet. I believe that's October 19th. We'll look that up here in a second. But next quarter, they're supposed to grow just about 50%. And for the whole year, it's supposed to be 85.8%. You can see the next 5 years here, they're forecasted to grow 54.83%. So it does look like the next 10Q will come out October 19th. According to their investor relations page. So while this isn't showing us any forward guidance, let's look at last year, the same quarter compared to this quarter. So we have last year was $1.1 billion of net income. This year, this quarter was $2.2 billion. So you can see that's a growth of 1.1 billion. So Tesla doubled last year's quarter, the same quarter. This again is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I do think that if you are a long-term investor for Tesla, you think in 5 years from now they're going to be bigger. I personally I don't care about this news, them missing 20,000 car delivery here. I don't think like Tesla's doomed for that reason. Wall Street reacted with an 8.6% sell-off here. So if you're a long-term bull, maybe buy more shares here or at least hold. But I think that freaking out over getting a 95% rate out, if you think that there's it's just insane that everybody sells these things for this little, what I call noise or media stuff. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you guys think Tesla is not going to do well anymore. If you guys sold, if you're buying, if you hold it, or if you don't even care about Tesla, that's fine too. It is a big stock for the indexes though. It does have a $760 billion market cap. So something to think about there. So I'd like to hear your comments on Tesla, guys. Like I said, I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell. It's a growth company. It's a growth opportunity. They might fail. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are still with me, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and comment down below if you think Pongo is cute at sunset. Thanks, guys.